What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. It's boy Jerry Charles, your Eurovision analyst. If you love Eurovision reactions, review, and deep analysis, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we are on the road to Eurovision season. Today we are reacting to Rosa and Bandidos to Cante. Rosa by Bandidos to Cante from Festival da Canção, Portuguese National Final. Okay. Portugal always brings something very artistic and authentic to a Eurovision Song Contest. So I'm really curious to see what this performance is going to be all about. So I hope you guys are all ready for the performance by Portugal. So without further ado, without wasting any more of your precious time, let's get into it.
No silêncio do luar, sopra o vento devagar, traz o cheiro das roseiras e o teu nome a sussurrar, meu amor. Se hoje for à noitinha ao meu jardim, por lá encontrarei rosas, fazem-me lembrar de ti. Não há pressa de onde eu sou, não há preço para esta calma. Se falhei, paguei em luz, sobrou pouco, quase nada. Só as rosas que plantei quando a gente era verdade. Sobrou pouco, eu não reguei e o jardim virou saudade. Meu amor, se à noitinha ao meu jardim, por lá encontrarei rosas, fazem-me lembrar de ti, fazem-me lembrar de ti, com saudade do teu beijo, és a mais bonita que brotou ao sul do
Okay, this is a very emotional one.
És a rosa mais bonita que brotou no Alentejo.
Wow. Wow. That was actually very, very calm and emotional. I actually expected much more, something different from them. But then let's break it down. Let's see what I think about this. Where do I actually start from? Okay. I love the traditional vibe. When I heard the song, I loved the way it sounded. It gave this traditional feel that you don't always get from most performances on Eurovision. And you can actually immediately hear those Portuguese folks influence. It sounds very cultural, very authentic. That's something Portugal does extremely well. And it reminds me of the emotional storytelling style that Portuguese music is known for. And the vocals, wow, they feel raw and organic, not overly produced. Okay, so let's talk about the performance breakdown. Let's talk about the staging. The staging here is very minimal, but it works for the song. Instead of flashy visuals, the focus is on the emotion and the voices. And honestly, that can sometimes be more powerful than a big production. Performers look very comfortable on stage. They're not trying too hard. They're just telling the story of the song. And that authenticity is something Eurovision fans usually respect. Well, from the musical standpoint, this song is very interesting. The arrangement feels traditional but modern at the same time. You can hear the influence of the Portuguese folk styles and especially the rhythmic patterns and the vocal delivery. But at the same time, the production still feels current enough for Eurovision. What stands out the most for me is the vocal blend, the way the voices come together and create a really warm sound. That is a kind of song that may not immediately scream winner, but it grows on you the more you actually listen to it. And I feel like this song is one of those songs. Now let's talk about what the fans are saying. From what I've seen in the Eurovision community, the reactions are a bit mixed, but mostly positive. Some fans love how authentic and cultural the song feels. They say it represents Portugal very well and stays true to the country's musical identity. Other fans actually feel like the song might be too subtle for Eurovision, especially in a competition where many countries bring very big and dramatic performances. But overall, people seem to appreciate the musical quality and artistic direction of this song. So, that being said, the big question is how would this do at Eurovision? Portugal usually does well when they send something unique and emotional rather than something that tries to follow trends. However, the challenge with this kind of song is that it might struggle to stand out among louder and more dramatic entries. If the staging at Eurovision becomes more visually engaging while keeping the authenticity, this could definitely connect with the juries. If I'm to score this song, I would, if I'm to rate this song, okay, let's give it a rating. The vocals, like I said, were actually really good. So I'll give that an 8.5 out of a 10. With some composition, though I don't know what the lyrics is all about, so I really can't give that a high rating, just a 7. The staging potential, it was a bit too low, so a 6. And the Eurovision competitiveness, that's also a 6 because that wasn't really high at all. So overall, I'm giving Rosa a 6.5 because it has so much more work to do. But actually, it's a very beautiful and authentic entry. But it might need something a little bit extra to really stand out on Eurovision. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Rosa by Bandidos to Cante could represent Portugal well at Eurovision? And if it went to Eurovision, do you think it would actually qualify for the finals? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notification because we are reacting to a lot more from Festival da Canco, and Eurovision entries this season. So until next time, it's your boy Jerry Charles. Peace out.